Hello everyone, welcome to Commerce Biz. In today's video, I am going to explain you in detail about the cooperative society. In my previous videos, I have discussed in detail the meaning of business organization and about the different forms of business organization. And I made a detailed video on sole proprietorship business, joint Hindu family business, and also about the partnership form of business. If you have not watched my videos on these topics, then you can find the link in the description box. Let's discuss in detail the meaning of cooperative society, the features of cooperative society, and also the merits and demerits of cooperative society in this video. Let's begin with the meaning of cooperative society. Cooperative society is a voluntary association of individuals who come together with the intention to work together and to promote their economic interest. So cooperative society is a voluntary association. Voluntary association means where the members are joining on their own will, and the main intention is to work together and to promote the economic interest. So the main intention behind joining a cooperative society is not only to work together but to get some economic benefit out of it. So this is the meaning of cooperative society. People of the same interest come forward as a group, pool their resources, utilize them in the best possible manner, and derive some common benefits out of it. So all the individuals who are having some common economic objectives, they will join as a group and they will invest the capital into this type of the cooperative society, and they will utilize these resources so that they can get some economic benefit out of it. It works on the principle of self-help and mutual help. So the main principle of any cooperative society is not only to help ourselves but to help the other members of the cooperative society. The primary objective is to render services to the members. The primary objective of any cooperative society is to render the services to the members. Here the cooperative societies are started basically not to earn the profit like other types of business organizations, but here the main motto or the primary objective of the cooperative society is to render the services to the members of cooperative society. The motto of cooperative society is each for all and all for each. So each person of or each individual of the cooperative society will work for the economic benefit of all the members of the cooperative society, and all the members will work for the economic benefit of each individual of the cooperative society. So this is related to the motto of cooperative society, that is each for all and all for each. Cooperative societies need to be registered under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912 in order to function as a legal entity. It is compulsory to register the cooperative society under the Cooperative Societies Act 1912 so that they can get a legal status. So the registration of cooperative societies are compulsory. The consent of 10 members are enough to form a cooperative society. Members of the society raise the capital within themselves. So the consent means only 10 members are enough to form any type of cooperative society. The main thing is they should have some common economic objectives to form any cooperative society. So only 10 members are required to form the cooperative society, and they will get the capital within themselves, means all the members will invest the capital. I hope you are clear with the meaning of cooperative society. If you are clear with the meaning of cooperative society, it will help you to understand the features of cooperative society. Let's now discuss some of the features of cooperative society. The first feature is voluntary association. The membership of cooperative society is voluntary. A person is free to join and leave anytime. So a person is free to join the cooperative society, and he is also free to leave the cooperative society anytime. So the association with the cooperative society is voluntary. A member is required to give a notice before leaving the society. So any person who wants to leave the society, he just has to give the notice before he leaves. Persons having common economic objectives can join the society. So any individual who is having a common economic objective, he can join the cooperative society. The next feature is legal status. Registration of cooperative society is compulsory. Unlike the other types of business organizations like sole proprietorship or partnership form of business organization where the registration is not compulsory, here the registration of cooperative society is compulsory. This gives the society a separate legal entity, and it can enter into contracts and hold property in its name, sue and be sued by others. As any person is free to join or leave the society anytime, it is the registration of the cooperative society will give the cooperative society a separate legal status, and it will help the society to hold the property on its name, to make the contracts with other members, or it can sue others, and it can be sued by others. So these are some of the advantage that a cooperative society will get with registration. So this is related to the feature of legal status. The next feature is limited liability. What is the meaning of limited liability? The liability of every member is limited to the extent of his or her capital contribution. Unlike the other types of or other forms of business organization where the liability of all the members are unlimited, here the liability in case of the cooperative society is limited to the extent of his or her capital contribution. Means every person is only responsible to his or her capital investment into the business. The personal property or assets of members cannot be used to pay off the liabilities of the society. So here the personal asset or property of the members cannot be used to clear the liabilities of the society. So that is the meaning of limited liability. The next feature is control. So who will control the cooperative society? In a cooperative society, the power to take decisions lies in the hands of an elected managing committee. Here every person will have one vote, and they can elect the managing committee to control and to take the decisions of the cooperative society. The members of cooperative society have the power to choose the members of managing committee. As I told you, all the members will have one vote each, so they will have the power to elect the managing committee, which give rise to the role of democracy. So here you can see the role of democracy, because every member will have the vote and they will have the full power to choose the managing committee who will take the important decisions of the cooperative society. So this is related to the control of cooperative society. The last feature is service motive. The primary objective of all cooperative society is to render services to its member. Basically, all the cooperative societies are formed to render the services to the members of cooperative society. The aim is not to earn profit as in the case of all other forms of business organization. So in case of the sole proprietorship form of business, in case of partnership form of business, in case of joint Hindu family business, and in case of joint stock company also, you can see the main motive behind forming this kind of business is to earn the profit. But in case of cooperative society only, the main intention is to render the services to the members of cooperative society. So here the main motive is not to earn the profit, but to render the services to the members of the cooperative society. So this is the last feature of cooperative society. Let's now discuss the merits and demerits of cooperative society. Let's first see the merits. In that, the first merit is easy to form. Only 10 members are required to start any cooperative society who are having the common economic objectives. So it is quite easy to form the cooperative society. The next merit is limited liability. So all the members of the cooperative society, they will have the liability limited only to the extent of their capital contribution. The personal assets of the members will not be taken to clear the liabilities of the cooperative society. So it forms another merit for the cooperative society, that the members will have limited liability towards a cooperative society. The next merit is equality in voting status. All the members will get one vote each. So there will be an equality in voting status that they will use for electing the managing committee of the cooperative society. The next is stable existence. As we have discussed, the members can join and they can leave the cooperative society any time. So the joining or leaving of any member will not stop the working of the cooperative society. So the existence of cooperative society is stable. The next merit is low operating cost. As there will be limited number in the cooperative society, limited members in the cooperative society, so the operating cost of the cooperative society will also be low. The next merit is support from government. As the cooperative societies are basically formed with the primary objective of giving some services or rendering services to the members, so they will get full support from the government in terms of subsidies and also tax deductions. So these are some of the merits of the cooperative society. Let's now see the other side, that is the demerits of cooperative society. In that, the first demerit is limited resources. The cooperative society will get the capital only from its members, so that may be limited. So it forms a demerit for the cooperative society. The next is inefficiency in management. The members of the cooperative society will elect the managing committee, so the managing committee may not be efficient, as it is not possible for a cooperative society to give good salary to the top managers and hire them. So the efficiency in management may not be good, so there may be an inefficiency in management. The next is lack of secrecy. So the member who is leaving the cooperative society will know the secrets of that cooperative society, so there may be a lack of secrecy in case of cooperative society, that may form the demerit for it. The next is government control. All the cooperative societies will be controlled by the government, as all the cooperatives has to be registered. The next is lack of competitive strength. So the cooperative societies are basically formed with an intention to provide services to the people or services to its members, so they may lack competitive strength. The next is difference of opinions. So it is not compulsory, as more people are joining, so they may have the difference of opinion, so that may form also form like a demerit for a cooperative society. So this is related to the topic of cooperative society. I hope you are clear. Please share this video with your friends. If you like the video, please do like, share and subscribe to Commerce Bees.